Fuse or Tyron. Because honestly, he and Verd would just crush this list. Like, they would be 1 and 2, and it'd be a tough call for who's who. If you want to learn more about Verd or Tyron, you can click on literally any other video on the channel, and you have like a strong, I'd say like an 85% chance that it features one of these monsters. That's how good they are. Number 11, Windy. The wind. Do we even have to say what element he is? His name's Windy. What am I about to tell you? He's the fire one? No, dude, he's Windy. So it should be noted that I said that this list is nat 4s for new players, and Windy is not insane for new players. It's more so that you really want to get a Windy. He's great for Guild Wars, right? Because he can't be defense broken. Tractor Windy Lulu is an iconic siege offense, but in order to make it, you gotta have a Windy. So Windy's number 11. He lost a few points because he gets better and better as you get further into the mid game. So get one, keep him, there you go. Number 10, Robo G92. Great name for a great monster. The Wind Robo is spectacular in RTA, specifically alongside comps that want to run double strip options and then crowd control the opponent's team. But he's number 10 because I'm low-key wondering right now while I'm standing here if you could use him for TOA. Does anybody use the Wind Robo for TOA? Comment below if you do, because AoE attack bar absorption with a skill 3 that stuns, that sounds pretty good. Sounds like exactly what I'm looking for in TOA. But if you get one, you're happy about it, and that's why he's on the list. Last two, it's Kyle, the Water Poison Master. If the name of this video were the top 11 nat 4s for speed teams in Summoners War, Kyle would be number 1. But that's not the title of the video, it's actually for new players. So similarly, Kyle is what we'd probably equate to an investment property. You want it now, but you know, buy low, sell high, or whatever. Don't ask me what a Roth IRA is. So if you have him and you know that he's going to be in your speed team for dragons and apparently every other dungeon in the entire game, then it's good you got him now, and you might be able to aim for the stars a little sooner. Number 8 is Chilling. Chilling's one of those monsters that I would just feel uncomfortable taking off of the list because he is such a reliable single target strip option for new players. To this day, you can bring him in things like dragons and just steal the immunity off the boss if Lauren won't stop using her skill 2 before the tower applies the immunity. God Lauren. He also has a super meaningful speed buff and a crit rate buff too, so he's a great unit. And he does something that's important for new players. He can kind of fill a gap in your team and help you clear content. Number 7 is Triana, the Wind Heart Magician. Triana has a really unique passive where if a unit would receive lethal damage, she instead prevents that and then gains a turn. She has healing and immunity on skill 2, and attack bar reduction and a possible sleep on skill 1. Triana's really cool because when you're just starting out in RTA and you need a counter to snipe comps, you can bring her on a team against a Sonya, and the Sonya owner has to either ban her or go for her first. And she's a veritable wall of HP and defense. Plus, Triana is also a staple of arena defense teams. She's literally in mine right now as we're talking, filming this video together. Number 6, it's just all-encompassing the twins. In past instances of this sort of content, I've listed Shaina, Sabrina, Talia as the main ones to look out for, and I think that's still true. Shaina is defense break on a stick with an AoE stun, Sabrina can help keep your other twins alive, and Talia is just some of the biggest damage out there. Talia notoriously is so powerful that she technically supersedes mechanics in the game. Like in the Light Rift Beast, where you're supposed to be dealing less damage with multi-hits, you can still bring Talia and knock out the boss effortlessly. That's how much damage Talia does. Also, at the time of recording, the Necro boss just saw adjustments recently. He no longer steals a unit at the start of combat. Between that and some other changes to him and dungeons in general, it's actually more viable to use twins now in Necro Abyss than ever before. Just a word of caution, make sure you don't skimp on the HP if you're using them in Necro, because they have a tendency to get taken down on the way to the boss because of all the reflect damage from the golem. See that? They're too strong for their own good. Number 5, Hua the Fire Rakshasa. Hua might seem like a weird pull for this list, but I find that having a redundant effect of attack bar reduction, along with a crit rate lead on a fire monster for R5, is so helpful. There are so many times where I'll get asked a question about solo R5 teams on stream, and I always recommend Hua as a member of one of them. A lot of people forgot about her after the advent of just the force of nature that is Lauren the Light Cowgirl. But Hua is still dope, I promise you. Next, number 4, Galleon the Water Pirate Captain. After all these years, what Galleon does is still so unique and viable. His skill 3 is an AoE defense break that also applies attack buff on your team, But what's so important about it is that it is a non-hitting defense break. So you're not technically attacking them with this skill. That means you avoid a lot of damage triggers, boosting people up with Nemesis runes, etc. You can use Galleon on your Giants team if your middle name is Danger, because sometimes he derps, dude. But he's most commonly associated with things like guild content as well as arena offenses. Rune him fast and with high accuracy so that way he can still miss even with 100%. Number 3 is Abigail, the water cannon girl. Abigail has a very specific role in the game. She is probably the best leader option for Necro Abyss, but she accomplishes that job so well that I'm putting her at number 3. Abigail was basically built in a lab to take down the Necro boss. She has 8 hits on her skill too. That is empirically, mathematically proven to be 1 more hit than is necessary to break the boss's shield and then apply defense break. Rune her on Violent with some damage, so that way she goes first but can also contribute, and you're gonna have the best possible option for Necro. 38% attack power lead in dungeons. Well, that's crazy. You can also use Ergar, but I like her enough to give her this. Number 2 is Aster, Lapis's spicy sister. But I think the last time I made this list is when she got that nickname. She was also way higher.
My nose is like, things are like crawling inside constantly. It feels like there's a feather in there at all times.
Well, look at that, chat. I didn't expect to see you here. It's good to see chat. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Summoner's War. My name is Evan, and with me at the table, it's Pat. What's up, Pat? Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. Cisco the Kid, Mango Cat, Daniel Ketioka, Bink. F-Lord is here too. Guys, we are right here for the 11th anniversary of Summoner's War, and so far the events have been really cool, huh, Pat?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, a lot of it similar to last year's 10-year, giving you guys, I mean, a choice of a Nat 5 is never hurt anybody. You know what I mean? So
true, that's definitely a thing. And they cranked it up to 11 this time. You know, because now it's max skilled and max leveled, which is really sick. So we'll get into the events as we go here. But as you guys see in the title, this is a monster review and 11th anniversary review. So Pat and I are going to start by going over everything that was introduced in the last update, because it was a lot. So we can start by Beetle Guardians, maybe look at some RTA replays, see where the afternoon takes us, and then we can talk about all the cool, juicy stuff available in the events page. And honestly, I have a few summons too, Pat, so we could maybe do a little
Yes,
of that.
I did see you had some summons. You did save up a little bit of summons for this, so that'd be exciting for the chat and everybody to see, and I hope you get something new, exciting, and fun.
Thank you, man. Me too. I can't wait to like see what chat has in mind for their like pick a Nat 5. Real quick for folks who are already here, has anybody already picked their Nat 5? Like, were you already like tunnel visioned in on who you were going to take from that thing? Pat, you haven't chosen yet, right?
No, I haven't chosen yet either. It's a tough choice because like I'm not missing anything like major per se, but like I'm missing like 4 units that would like be kind of fun, you know, like a Fire Megumi, you know, like you don't necessarily need him, you know, but like in the right situations he's great, you know, like a Water Gojo, you know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily need it, you know what I mean? But in the right situation, it's, you know,
but it's good.
Quite the useful unit.
So true, dude. Honestly, oh, what's up, guys? Vorvius, welcome back. Ari Trindaji, welcome back. What's going on? Kanagi.
Hello, Ari. Hello, DK.
You mentioned Tetsuya, the Fire Megumi. Like, dude, that unit, he was so cool when like the collab hit, but then the balance patch like really put him on my radar for a monster to pick. So it's like that one.
I mean, at the end of the day, too, like, you know, every speed lead kind of has a purpose. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that a speed lead right away gives them more meaning, like more meaning to be around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, truly,
alone, so.
Truly, like this guy's so. So this is what we're talking about, guys. Stoic. Oh my God, J-Mac. Whoa, chat's popping off. Rega Devils. What's up, guys? Glad y'all could be here today. Welcome, everybody. Yeah. So the buff to him was very good, very good. So now I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty into this guy. So he's definitely on my radar personally. I guess we're already kind of in the thick of it, so we could just talk about it. So Ultra Deathlord picked Teshar. Nice. he's great for giants, obviously. Like Teshar.
I mean that's the big thing. Like you talk about water Teshar. I mean water Teshar. You talk about Teshar, like things like that. It's like for some people, you know, their focus is RTA. They want to get the RTA units. Some people like that's a game changer for like a faster dungeon time. You know what I mean? So like that's why this event's so great. You know, because
Truly.
honestly, sometimes you're missing that one little key piece that makes your team just that much better.
Yeah, like I know that Michael, my friend and also the editor of all the videos that we put out on the YouTube channel, like he wants to pick a Teshar, and I was telling him my whole spiel about how like, you know, Teshar is a really cool unit for like new players to pick if they want to speed up their Giants team, because like the hardest part about building that team is getting the Teshar. So once you've got Teshar, you're good to go. You've got a 40-second time, like you're chilling.
Yeah, it changes the whole perspective.
Yeah, Brian to you says, what do you think about Camilla as a pick? Pat, what do you think about Camilla as a pick?
I mean, I would probably never pick Camilla because I feel like, I mean, Camilla's good, you know what I mean? But like, it's usually when you pick Camilla, it's in a spot where like you're not in a good spot anyway. So like, you're just kind of praying for a win or praying for help. So I mean, I wouldn't use mine on Camilla for sure. But it's not a bad unit. I mean, the fact that their cooldown so short and stuff like that, and the skill 1 has the extra ability now, so it's like it's a lot. You know, it does do a lot, and it is like a unit you don't need good runes for it to be effective.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if I would waste it on Camilla though.
I'm in agreement, to be honest, and for a similar reason. To Pat. So basically, my reason for maybe like avoiding Camilla, specifically Camilla, is because I think Camilla fills a role that a lot of units can occupy. Like we have a lot of options for water bruisers. So it's like, you know, I don't think necessarily this is going to be, she won't be the only piece that fits into that spot on your team. So, you know, I think maybe prioritize something that'll maybe get you ahead in the game. You know, something like, we're talking about like some speed lead options. We're talking about Leo, who's a really prevalent counter pick, who he is the only one that does what he does. Like that's kind of the opportunity to fill this in, you know?
I would definitely use it towards something that has something very unique and nothing else even comes close or comparable to it. Because it is like a, you know, I don't want to say once in a lifetime opportunity, you know, but it's a very rare opportunity where you get to pick a specific unit that you're missing, you know? So like, don't rush it and pick wisely, I think. You know, I think you should wait until you summon all of your, you know, all of the free scrolls they're giving you if you don't spend any money on the game, you know? You should utilize all those scrolls that are coming in through the event pages and stuff like that. Before you finalize, you end up with a dupe. It'd be really awkward.
Dude, yes. Wait, I kind of want to echo that real quick, because I think what Pat just said is like legitimately so important. I'm sure a lot of people hear this all the time, but like legitimately, you can get 200 scrolls from this event. So please make sure that you summon these before you lock it in. Because reason being exactly what Pat just said. What if you choose that unit and then you summon one? You only get to change it one time in the 5-star event. So ideally, you'd like to kind of maintain that flexibility until the very end. You want to make it so that the flexibility of choosing a different nat 5 is left for, this nat 5 is not exactly what I wanted. I don't have the runes for it. I'm not kind of down with it. So then you can change it rather than being forced to because you pulled a dupe. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah, 100%. Because like a lot of times on paper, or you'll see like somebody streaming or somebody using it somewhere, and it's like, oh my god, I need that unit, you know. But like realistically, what's good for somebody else may not be good for you, and you really have to address what your account needs. You know, what your account is missing. You know, if your Giants timer is 2 minutes and you want to get it down to under a minute, is there something that could fix that? You know, if your Dragons team is too long and you want to make it faster, is there one unit that could do that? Because stuff like that is way more impactful than, you know, just like a Camilla, for example, which, you know, situationally is a great pick, you know, but again, there's so many units you could pick that have no situational criteria. You know, they're just good no matter what. You know what I mean? And that's what you should probably lean towards. But
So
again,
true.
definitely do all your free scrolls first.
So true. And Biggins says that's what I've been seeing all day, lol. Yeah, dude, it's floating around on Reddit. And honestly, get the word out. Like, really, like, tell people this. Also, Stoic said, or take the dupe and get 3 LDs, which is exactly what happened to me, and I got Destiny off it. So, you know, they're in there. They're in there somewhere, chat. And I wanted to take a second and just say hello to some of the folks on YouTube. Fastlicks, what's going on? 6 Mil Dog, Jose. Glad you guys were able to make it today. Evan, I got 2 new LD4s from the 11-year scrolls. So the LD4 drop rate on those scrolls is like weirdly high. I have also gotten like a couple new LD4s. I was just talking to Pat about Volg before the stream started.
Between the 10 years and the 11 years, I've never gotten an LD5 from it. I've seen some crazy things happen, but I've seen some crazy like Facebook posts and Instagram posts with like some nonsense of like 2-3 LD5s in one 10 pull.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten one, but I can attest that there is a lot of LD4s. I did get a lot of LD4s doing it, but like I never had those crazy things you see on TV, you know?
Or chat, how about the guy on Reddit earlier today? Or maybe it was, I might be getting my days mixed up. It might be yesterday. The guy, he posted, he got 2 Nat 5s and an LD5 in the same 10 pull, and he was like, rune recommendations for this monster? It was like super low key about the flex that he got 3 in 1. People were like, what's with this attitude? Oh, Biggin says, Evan, by the way, I pulled a Lydia. She's my first LD5. Happy she's not a total storage guardian. Dude, we are brothers. She was also my first LD5. I know you know, but I'm stoked to hear that. So yes, she is not a total storage guardian. She has a use. You can use her as counter cleave. Unfortunately, she needs a buff. Like yeah. I think we've talked about it. Instead, let's shift focus over to this 5-star event because I think we're all kind of in the mood to talk about it. I wanted to take a look at the chart and get your opinion on this, Pat, and also the chat. So we've got our top 10 in the opening week of the event, and I wanted to see where we all sit on it, if we actually think that maybe this is good for new players, if this is maybe there's better options out there. What's your analysis on this, Pat, based on what you're seeing in the first 10 here, in the first week of the event?
What's that?
Like, what do you think? We've got the pick rates for the top 10 Nat 5s here. Or I'm sorry, we got the pick rates for who's being chosen for these for the Nat 5 event.
I see it now.
So we got Teshar at number 1, same as last year.
By a lot.
By a lot. And I think there's, as great as Teshar is, I do think there's some lingering bias here, right? Because this is he was also number 1 in last year's.
Yeah, I see the reason behind the first 2 for sure. You know, those there, I got the right screen on so I can see what we're talking about now. The stream is delayed.
Good. All good.
Yeah, the first 2 for sure. I see the reason. You know, obviously one's gonna improve your dungeon timers, the other one's gonna improve your TOA or help you clear TOA.
What's really funny is I actually really like the number 10 slot. I think Velojoule is actually really good for both long-time players and also early game players. He scales well.
Yeah, I agree. Velojoule is actually one of the ones that took one of the original, like, more original monsters that took me a really long time to get. I didn't get a Velojoule till like probably I'd say like 4 years into playing, something like that.
Yeah, I still don't have
4 or 5
one.
years into playing, so it took forever for me to get a Velojoule. So like I like you said, it does serve both purposes. It serves all purposes, I guess you could say.
It does.
Like, it's not the best at everything, but it fits for everything. So it's kind of understandable. The Fire Demon, I'm not too sure about that. Fire Dragonite, not too sure about that either. But Zyros, again, not too sure, but it's one of those that's just cool to have, so I guess it's there for that reason.
Yeah, it sounds like folks in chat are experiencing some technical issues with the stream, saying it's lagging potentially.
It is lagging, right? So I thought it was me because it was blurring out. So like, on top of being delayed, it was blurring. So when you were talking about the top 10, I'm like, I don't see what you're talking about. That's why I was so confused. But now it is lagging a little bit, the stream, or it's like very fuzzy.
Jabness, thank you for joining, dude. Yeah, a lot, says Ultra Death Lord. Okay, yeah, see, Bezos forgot to pay. So all of Twitch. Oh, so it might not just be us. That'd be nice if it wasn't just us. It may not be our internet, though, because Pat and I are on a call right now, and the call's not having any issues. So
yeah, I mean, it's actually been good since we've been talking about it. It hasn't had any issues. I have the stream up as well, so it looks okay to me.
Amazing. Oh, and also Potato of Doom. I'm glad it's been a long time. I'm glad you were able to make it here. Yeah, it keeps ending on YouTube. Okay. Oh, that's a problem. I hope it's not duplicating the events. I'll deal with that later, guys. I appreciate the heads up. Keep us posted if it happens again. But in the meantime, let's keep looking through this. We can look through.
Kanagi, you're probably right. You should probably put in a ticket for that.
Oh, it's all of Twitch. Oh, cool. Okay, that's good to know.
He said he pulled the blue Monkey King. It was supposed to be white.
Well, dude, honestly, I think Shiho might be one of the best monsters to pull because, like, dude, he's the dev's favorite monster.
Yeah, he's buffed again, bro. He's buffed all the time. Buff.
Honestly, I think they're trying to make him into the light one eventually, man. Like, he's like 1 or 2 buffs away from just being.
I mean, I'll be honest, he's used for sure. Obviously, he's more, available, but. Even on equal availability level, I think he's probably used more than the light one. He probably would be used more than the light one right now.
I think that's a really good take. And honestly, I think whoever's doing this is pushing some kind of agenda to make him kind of like a pseudo Etna, like a water Etna. So, something like that. Anyway, so these are for the new players. For new players, let's see what existing and returning are taking. It's a little bit more spread out, and you can see that the dungeon picks are the first 2. We got Leo, we got the TOA ones with Varad, Rika. I love the Byung-chul, actually. The Byung-chul is a really cool pick. The Wind Dekebi Lord, he's so cool. You like the strip, he heals.
Some arena defense.
Yeah, some AD. You know what's funny though, actually? Well, he is so good in so many places, but he's definitely the best in arena defense. Like arena defense is where he like shines. And then you got the Water Spectre Princess, who's recently like become one of my most wanted monsters. Like, I'm not gonna pick her. I was talking to Pat about this actually, right? Like, she's kind of a content pick, So
no, she's definitely fun. It's definitely cool to see. It's definitely cool to see the numbers and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's like one of those.
To see the numbers.
It's more of those situational units versus like something that's consistently beneficial, useful, or good.
It's true, man. I wanted to jump over. I almost was gonna pull up a replay, but like we know what she. Chad, if you haven't seen this unit, really what you should look at is actually Velasca. Velasca is insanely cool. This is kind of like just a.
But the blue one's a lot more realistic, guys. So
it's more realistic. Very true. Very true. So it's just big damage. And Pat's right. It took the wind out of my sails when Pat's like, "Yeah, it's fun to see the numbers, but it's ultimately it's true." It's like.
Yeah, I mean, before the stream started, Evan literally brought up that that's what he was thinking about grabbing, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I said, you gotta be so patient with picking. Like, just really make sure you guys summon all your scrolls. If you're even gonna potentially wait till the last minute to pick it, because it's not gonna change the game if you get the unit today or you get the unit 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you don't want to dupe, because if you're in a situation where you have a lot of good choices, like duping is your worst nightmare.
Oh my God, Ari's got a Velasca. That is crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm still so confused why Zyros is on there. That's from Konagi in Twitch chat. I low-key am too. I think people gravitate towards Zyros because he's kind of got that cool factor, and he's been buffed recently. So he is genuinely like a good monster, but like he just looks dope, to be honest. He looks dope. 6 Mil Dog says, I'm gonna wait until the end, but I'm leaning toward Vanessa or Speed Lead. I still lack a solid speed lead. Only ones I have are Water Twin Angels and Wind Dragon. Vanessa.
Yeah, if you're missing speed leads, you should always target speed leads. I mean, it's almost not even a conversation or a question. If you're playing RTA at all, like speed leads are and other content too, but speed leads is such a big part of the game that if you're just missing it, like for example, like you just said, you only have those 2 speed leads, right? So if they happen to be taken, then you have no speed lead. Like you cannot fight a guy with speed lead if you have no speed lead. Unless you got some crazy turn 2 team, you know what I mean? So a speed lead is almost like always going to be your choice.
Exactly. Also, for the folks wondering why I only got 1 scroll, it's because that puts me to 50. So, I got a nice clean 5-10 times.
5 clicks.
Exactly.
Dream or nightmare 5 times.
5 times. And if I'm being honest, guys, I want to grab the Lauren transmog so that way I can start using it in videos, because I'm still using like the old Lauren model in the videos, and it just it just looks dated. So I don't
know, man. Some of the skins they make are pretty nice, so it's like it makes you really inclined to pick them up,
Exactly. So I want to make sure that I kind of prioritize the Lauren transmog. Oh man, dude, these are dope. Yeah, these are super sick. I know I was showing this one off earlier. Okay, so with that said, what about the 48 crystals? What about the 48 crystals?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, Evan. The crystals were it's pretty empty in that black box there, man.
It's pretty empty, dude. I don't
I don't know if I've ever seen only 2 numbers in there. I thought you were lagging or something, man.
No. No, dude, I've been tempted. If I'm being honest, I've been tempted, Pat. Like, truly, like the special shop, dude. When it comes around, I can't hold back.
While you're on this topic, guys, I'm just gonna say one thing. I'll put it out there. If you're planning on spending money on this game, you have to buy the Ancient Trans pack. And if you don't buy this Ancient Trans pack, right, then don't spend money on the game. If that helps you answer things. So basically, if you're thinking about spending, these are the packs you should spend on. And if you don't buy this pack, then don't buy anything ever. Because it's okay to be free to play, it's fine, right? But if you're planning to spend, like if you don't buy this and you end up buying some weird pack down the line, it was a mistake. So if you're planning on spending, this is the one to get.
Yeah, this is definitely the craziest scroll that exists in the game, for sure. 10 monsters, and you get to choose which one you take home, and they're all
because whether you're missing only like 10 Nat 5s or you're in the situation where you only have 10 Nat 5s, in either situation it's really rough to dupe. And this is giving you, obviously, you're not going to dupe, and you get a choice out of 10, you know? So essentially, Come To Us is almost, if you get this pack 2, you're basically getting 2, roughly, like, chances are you're probably getting 2 Nat 5s that you want, or you want to choose from, you know? So, this is definitely the pack to get. Or either that, or, like I said, don't spend it all, you know? If you're okay with not spending, I'm okay with you not spending, you know? But if you're going to spend, this is the one to get.
Kanagi says no 11 monsters. 11 is just, it's just, you know,
yeah.
It's how do I even begin to answer that question? Because it's like
they dropped the ball. They should have given it 11.
Yeah, when you summon it, right, it has a unique UI, right? So that whole thing is, you know, you'd have to redo the whole thing, and 10 is such a nice number, and
yeah, you know, 11 wouldn't fit the screen as well. Yeah.
Exactly. Sense. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Evan, what's your Hive ID so I can fill the survey out for you? You would almost triple in crystals.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, dude, guys, yeah, I'm tempted with that.
That one's good.
So I'd love to come back to this conversation as much as you guys want to talk about like which Nat 5 to pick, decisions, stuff like that. I want to review the newest Nat 5 family that's into the game, the Beetle Guardians, because this is actually the first opportunity we've had to talk about it on stream. Because last week was Summit. Speaking of which, this week is also Summit, so you guys should come by. It's going to be me and Seppi casting this week. It'll be real fun. It's
this is the last week of the regular season too, right?
Yeah, it's the last. Yeah. It's the last time that the teams can earn the points that they need to go to the finals. So it's kind of a make or break day for the Americas Summit. So if you have any intention of watching it, please watch this one because it'll give you a lot of context for the finals to come.
And I mean, come on, guys, it's Evan and Seppi, so you have to watch. I mean, just for nostalgia purposes, you have to watch. I mean, these are the two of the OGs, the original casters, the best casters, the best duo. You know what I mean? They work off each other so well, and it helps that they're kind of like best friends IRL also.
It does help.
They really caveat off each other so perfectly. So like, if you're gonna watch one of them, this is the one to watch. I mean, again, Evan and Seppi, the original casters. You know.
Dude, that's so sweet, Pat. Thank you so much. I'm like, it's so true though. I'm so like selfishly excited about it, you know, because I love getting to like cast with Seppi. It's one of my favorite. It is truly like my most looked forward to thing that I get to do in Summoners War is like cast something with Seppi. We always wanted to like do SWC together, and we got to do that in 2023. It's real cool. So with that in mind, so now, Evan, why do you still have your Summoner's Way quest line? We'll talk about that in a second, Ultra Deathbird. J-Max says Water Beetle. And then Jug, welcome to the chat, says should have been Beetle Knights, just saying. You know, these are from Chronicles originally, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, I was a big Chronicles player, obviously, but yeah, these were stolen. It was nice to see that Sky Arena took some units from Chronicles, but they also, they were really good in Chronicles. They're not as good right now, but I'm assuming they're all going to get changed, reworked, or buffed, I assume. So, you know, don't fret about it. But, yeah, they definitely took these units out of Chronicles, and they mixed up their names a little bit, by the way.
Yeah, right? Because, and it also, they're no longer knighted. They dropped the Sirs, right? They're not knighted anymore.
Yes, they're not knighted. And yeah, this name was I believe the light one.
And now
and then Action was the fire one. Now it's dark.
Action was the
and
fire one.
And it was spelled a little different one. It was spelled a little different.
Titus?
And Titus was the blue one?
So there's Gideon. Yeah, see, there's like whoa, he's the lurker, says insect angel. That's a cool concept, actually. That's that should be a skin down the line. Bumblebee skin.
Yeah, exactly. Insect angel skin. Sounds good.
Yeah. My new and Fastlick side note says my 2 new LD4s are Icarus and Yuko. Whoa, congratulations. I just got Yuko on Monday. That's crazy, actually. She was brand new for me. Icarus is great. Yuko, I haven't had a chance to try. She's the Dark Nobara. Tidius is what I need. Okay, let's start with this. So it'll be really fun to kind of like get your opinion on because you have more context with these units than most of us do, and like how faithfully they were reproduced within within Sky Arena. So let's see. So first skill, attacks the enemy to remove a beneficial effect. Well, on a coin flip, the attack will deal more damage according to defense. So I think we understand that they're defense based. We've got a heal by 20% and attacks all enemies to deal damage proportionate to your defense. So I'm sensing a theme. And provokes them for 1 turn. Love that it heals you and then does it. Kind of a low chance. Goes up to 60, 70, 80% chance. That's not too
80%, yeah.
Yeah. Grants Endure for 1 turn on the ally that takes fatal damage from an attack that ignores defense specifically. This effect. So he's a counter pick.
Right, he's a very specific counter pick. You have to find something that has an ignore defense ability. Otherwise, the passive does nothing. So that's kind of weird too. It's one of those weird things because in the Summoners War in general, there's this thing called banning, right? And because of a ban, it makes like counter picks awkward. You know what I mean? Because if you pick the counter pick and then they ban it or they don't ban it, you get into this 50-50 guessing game war, mental battle with the opponent. About if I'm gonna ban it, if he's gonna ban it, are you gonna ban it? So let's see.
Oh my God, this guy didn't ban it. That's crazy. 3 of his team ignores defense.
Oh, there it is.
It has a cooldown though, I imagine, right?
Well, the good news is, if you have multiples, it kind of counters it back if you have multiples.
Yeah, see, this is why I like this unit, even though he is like super specific. But like,
well, it's cool that
it
makes you pick like 2 or 3, options into it. So the opponent's basically forced, if they picked 1 ignore defense, if they're not going to ban it, they're kind of forced to pick a 2nd or a 3rd one,
Oh, and it's also a low cooldown. Like, he got 2 activations off in this game. Wait, and he's actually going to win. I think he wins this. Oh my God.
What is the cooldown situation?
Hold on a minute. That was actually that was honestly a pretty good showcase because I didn't see that one ahead of time. I just put him in. But like the cooldown, automatic effect grants it, but so it only once per turn. Once per turn. Interesting, because it didn't help the cookie, but
right.
So
once per the Beetle's turn, then I guess what I'm saying. Like so until once he moves again, it resets the possibility.
I suppose so, but then that would be a cool. So I feel like maybe someone in chat kind of iron it out for us because that throws the replay we just saw into a state of a little bit of confusion because like we saw it didn't work on the Wind Pudding Princess. So maybe it is like you said, Pat. Maybe it is like he needs to take a turn before. But the reason I like that replay so much is because Pat highlighted the opportunity would be if you bring a lot of them, then that could counter the counter. But it's very clear that he is more of a hard counter than it seems. Right. And especially in an age when it's like just pick Fire Cassandra is such a popular way to wrap up a draft.
Right. That's the thing too. Like whenever you have to respond to 1 unit with 2 or 3 units, it still makes that unit a good pick. You know what I mean?
Let's run that back actually and see if we can watch that like play out. Right. So hold on. So we know that this one goes through.
This is before the Beetle gets a turn, right? So this is the first one. So now it doesn't save this one because the Beetle hasn't taken a turn yet.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Beetle still hasn't taken a turn yet. And then that goes down there.
Yeah, it's once per.
Now the Beetle took a turn, right? I think it's back up now. The whole passive thing.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, And protect the monkey.
It's funny because that's functionally the same as having a 1-turn cooldown. You know, it's like basically they could have.
Yeah, it is. It is, but I guess it sounds cooler this way. You know what I mean?
It does. It does sound cooler.
It sounds newer. It sounds different. You know?
It does. Okay, let's check out the water one. So people are hyped on the water one, right? Because what JMac is said. JMac said water beetle. So let's see what this one does. So it has.
This seems like the one that people are actually using.
Aegis Cry. Increases the defense of all allies for 2 turns and goes under threat state while enemies attack with a single target skill. Oh, that just defines threat state. Goes under threat state for 2 turns or 2 attacks. Enemies excluding the boss can only attack the target under threat state when using an attack skill. Okay, cool. Defense buff, threat state, nice. Passive, decrease. Oh, this guy. Yeah. Decreases damage that all allies receive by up to 35%. It increases the damage you deal to enemies by up to 100% in proportion to your defense. That is wild. So it's what's really.
If you stack up the defense, it's some crazy damage mitigation for your team.
Wow. So it's like you can bring things like. You bring Gideon, you bring Aaliyah, you bring Fang, you bring whatever like defense stuff, something to cleanse away defense break too, and then like you really watch out for ignore defense. So it's funny because we've got this guy who's very anti-ignore defense, and then we've got this one who is begging you to pick ignore defense.
I mean, it's a lot of defense. Like I guess it really depends how much defense you need to get to that 35%, and then obviously if he actually does decent damage, that'll make him more purposeful.
Oh wait, I actually didn't look at the draft. I just looked to see if he was in it. Let's see what happens here. I think Sonya's gonna take this out. This actually might be a decent game to show it off, to be honest. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Let's check out that damage reduction. I can't believe it doesn't say other allies. It says all. So it's him included, right? Am I mistaken?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it sounds like. I mean, the way that Zeratu did no damage to it, it's got to be him included as well, I feel like.
Oh my god.
Before he had armor buff. He actually hit pretty hard there, too, to be fair.
It's about time we get
Zeratu's life.
It's about time we get a strong water monster release. I feel like it's always the wind one. It's always the wind one these days where it's like wind is the strongest.
Those are 13k crit. That was almost a 13k crit from the Beetle.
Sheesh. Oh my god. What's up, Marina Mouse? Yeah, for real. So, yeesh. And also this guy, I gotta say, no hate to Chaos on the other side, but they picked the absolute wrong ignore defense effect, by the way, because she doesn't like high defense, ironically. But yeah, it's definitely the wrong ignore defense monster to pick into this. And look at how strong this is. We've got only water up against 2 wind units, right? And like.
Yeah, I mean, the Beetle took like 0 damage from Zeratu, and that was before he had armor buff up. So post armor buff, it'd even be less.
Where is the Leo for defense? Where is the monster that says all units defense is my defense? We need that. Yeah, dude, that's not gonna work, dog. He tried to. He tried to.
Not today.
That was the absolute wrong time. I'm gonna speed this up because I think we. Wait, this is what I want to see. I actually want to see the bomb. I want to see the bomb. All right, thank God. So Ciara is a pretty decent answer to this, right?
Well, the Ciara landed 1 bomb in 4 tries, so I mean, you need a better Ciara, I guess.
Yeah. Holy heavens to Betsy, man. Okay. Well, so he's gonna lose, but I think that was a really good showcase still because we got to see how much it took away from the Zeratu's damage potential.
Well, yeah, that, and you also got to see how much it hit the Zeratu for. It actually hit the Zeratu for almost 13,000, 12,900, so that's pretty good with no armor break, nothing, you know, so it's pretty interesting.
Kind of reminds me of, it reminds me of a lot of things, but it also kind of reminds me of how Miles operates. You know, you just get damage for ruining him fast and tanky. Kind of similar with this guy. You just ruin him on high defense, you just get damage as a side effect. Very cool stuff. Okay, so we've looked at the fire one, we looked at the water one. We got this one as, was this the one that we got the preview for in the dev note, or am I mistaken? I think this is the one we got. So he's got
read it here either way.
Increases the attack power of all allies for 2 turns and defends. Ah, this is the one. Yeah, so it hugs all allies except yourself for 1 turn. Receives half of the damage inflicted on the defended target while making the damage 0 for the defended. It just defines the hug. So
yeah, defining hug, right?
This is a real cool idea. AoE hug. I have to say I love this. Like, just from a design perspective, it's amazing. And he also has provoke on skill 2. He's got that same heal AoE provoke that we saw in the fire one. So like, this is a really fun, well-designed tank unit. I feel like these guys are kind of like the, like when you're designing these units, you're thinking like the apex tank. Like, what is the incarnation of defense? That's what these guys are. I think that's a real cool
Does his hug work the same as a hug where he counterattacks, like the people that hit?
Yeah, he counterattacks too, and he strips on skill 1. So let's check out a replay for this guy. So with that in mind, what would you rune him on? Would you put him on Despair, so that way you incidentally get some stuns? Like, what do you think?
I feel like whatever you rune him on, I mean, it might be a thing where if you could speed tune him to go right behind everybody, so your whole team goes, and then before the other team goes, you get to endure your hug your whole team before they before their 4 units go next. You know.
Let's see what happens here. I'm not entirely convinced that these are going to be super stellar because I feel like the Oliver's just going to reset him. Oh yeah, dude, the Oliver is going to take over this game, I feel like. Well, I'd love to be proven wrong. Oh, he didn't.
All it takes is one of those resists and you have a chance.
He didn't target him. Wait, he needs to target him. Oh, he got him. I'm going to speed this up and just hold out hope that maybe he like gets another turn or something. Yo, dog, this is not. That's
okay,
yeah, that ain't happening. Never mind.
Not this one.
That ain't happening. There's a lot of ignore defense over here. Shoot, guys, I don't know if we've got a super stellar game. This so from what I'm seeing, it seems like he's kind of easily counterable. Let's just try this one. Let's just try this one. Let's see. Vamp could also be good, I guess, says Marina Mouse. That's what I was thinking as well. Your defense is now my defense is pretty, yeah. Okay, so now we've got the Eternal Carapace. I've got the, I accidentally had it on like super speed.
Yep.
Cool, cool. Running with the Wind Daphnis.
Wind Daphnis, yep.
Still kind of, it seems pretty sick to me. I am actually going to speed this up now because I think this is going to be a game for, you wait until...
Yeah, this is going to be, this side's so tanky, so...
You wait until Kashmir gets skill 3 back, and then you revive him with Shizuka, I suppose. Okay, so chat, I know that we don't exactly have like an amazing game here. I also just noticed he's level 23. I just saw that. But given this, what do you think about the Wind one? Do you think he's usable? Do you think maybe he's a little too stationary? I'd love to hear your thoughts too, Pat.
I mean, I think, like I said, I think if you have him speed tuned to go right after your team, but somehow before the other team, it's not bad because you like basically throw everything you gotta throw up. But then it's awkward because you're kind of wasting, like, I don't know. So I feel like he has to move last, right? So after your whole team does what they have to do, then he just puts the hug up so they can't counter and destroy your team.
Yeah.
But then you're also wasting like 1 turn, like delaying 1 turn of attack buff too, you know. So.
Exactly, and Come To Us Panda said, yeah, kind of awkward speed tuning. True. I don't think we've got like great matches with this yet. He's so new. Yeah, I mean,
because it's weird because like a lot of times you want to attack buff right before your team goes. You know what I mean? But then like you're wasting the hug then, right? If you attack buff first, then you're putting a hug, your hugs are all gone. So he has to go after. So you're delaying the attack buff 1 turn.
Right.
So it's like a weird combination of buffs to go up together.
Admittedly, I like what this guy's cooking here. I like the Ileana plus the Shizuka, so you like stack up the buffs. I think that's kind of a cute angle that he's playing with. And you can kind of double down on the 3rd skill from this guy. But like, I don't think this has been cracked yet. You know, I don't think this code has been cracked. And understandably so. I mean, he's so fresh out of the scroll.
Fresh out of the scroll.
Yeah. I think he waits until Kashmir comes back. He nukes him back again. I think we've seen enough.
Yeah, it's all he's doing is just keep rotating staying alive while Kashmir keeps coming back up.
So now let's check out the LDs. Here we go. So Hylas. So he also has the AoE provoke. He has passive. This one's so cool. Counterattacks a random enemy when you are attacked by the enemy. Decreases the target's defense by 2 turns when counterattacking, which is really neat because he also strips. So you can strip into a defense break, and he also scales on defense with this hit.
So it's almost like a Wind Monkey, but it does it when you're hit.
Yes, it is. It's actually, I think that's a really solid comparison. Actually, it's very similar to it's inverse Wind Monkey, right? Yeah, it's the inverse of Wind Monkey.
So you need a unit that gives him threat state all the time, then, right? Something like that. Just keep him threaded.
Oh, dude, yes. Like throw something like the Ezio that like gives threat state on something, right? Or or what am I talking about? But yeah,
he has to be hit, so it's one of those weird things because like technically you could just ignore him until the end kind of thing, So those are units that are weird that if you force you to hit a specific unit.
Let's see how this guy does it. I think it's kind of interesting the way he counterattacks random enemies. Like that could be their way of pseudo. Yeah, Altair. Thank you. You're right. I do mean Altair. I don't mean Ezio. You're right about that. This could be their way of pseudo balancing it so that they don't end up in another pre-nerf Kinky situation. Where it's like. Because he's not counterattacking exactly the unit that hit him. It's more random. Boom. It just looked like I guess every so often you'll just get lucky and he'll attack the person that did. I'm going to speed this up just for a second. I don't think we need to keep it sped up all the time, but...
It's kind of happening. It's one of those situations, though, where like you could just ignore him until later kind of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem with units like this. Like Wind Monkey, you know, like a lot of times you can't constantly hit him. You have to hit his teammates, whether it's to push back or reset, whatever. So it has a cause, but this one's one of those where you could just ignore him until the end. That's the problem.
Oh, I just realized that I could just look at it from here. Then we got into that awkward situation where he's stunned too.
Right, and then it's just then he gets beat down. Like you wait till you CC him, or wait till he's at the end, or only hit him when he's CC'd. So there's a lot of ways to kind of deal with that.
So here's another one that goes under threat state for 2 turns after increasing defense, and then attacks all enemies 2 times to deal damage proportionate to your defense, right? Just like all the others. Each hit leaves a branding effect and increases their cooldown time by 1 turn on a coin flip that goes up to 70% after skill ups. That got way more interesting towards the end. It did not have me in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you talk about cooldown reset or some kind of bar push, things like that, it brings a lot of interest into an ability.
Oh, here's a cool one too, actually, because this guy is pairing him with Nyx, who limits the number, the new Nyx, the Dark Hacker, who limits the number of debuffs, and also reduces damage based on how, like, if they have debuffs, it reduces incoming damage. Oh, Fastlix, your luck is crazy.
Whoa.
Oh, and he does have
got a 4-man Twin Angel stun, man.
Crazy. Oh, and so we already here's the branding and the cooldown time. Oh, nice animation on that. So now that we kind of looked at them and seen the skills too, Pat, how do they differ from like their Chronicles interpretation?
Quite different. Most of them actually. The only one that I would say is kind of similar-ish, maybe is the Fire one. All the other ones are kind of new. Same at all.
Are new. Okay, yeah. Cool. So they just borrow like names and
the dark one. The dark one in Chronicles is like a super. It leaves poison. AoE poisons. So it's like AoE daughter. The light one is like a super provoking protector unit. The blue one gives endure in Chronicles. The green one counters. Oh my god, it's been so long. The green one counters something. I don't
something.
Yeah, I know. It's been so long. Like I haven't played Chronicles in months.
Amadeus says, imagine our twins ever stunned. That's funny, dude. How's it going, man? How was the stream?
Yeah, I can say for sure I've never 4-man stunned with my Twin Angels. I've gotten a 3. But I never got a 4-man stun before.
That's huge. And you probably never will. Knowing your luck, man, you probably never will.
That's probably right. That's probably right. Listen, when I do it, I'm praying for 1. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even being greedy. True. You know what I mean?
Stream is great. How's the 11-year review going? Dude, I'm having a blast, actually. It's been really fun looking at the new monsters, talking about what 5-star people should pick and stuff. And it's always a great time streaming with Pat. I'm having a blast.
Pat's twins are broken and not in a good way.
Okay, let me summon my stuff real quick. Does that sound fun? I have a few things. I've got like stuff from TOA, right? Oh, I forgot to hit new monster rate up, right? Let's do that. Also, did you guys notice that there's a new summon animation on this thing? You guys notice that? It's like the lightning that
it flares out a little bit.
Yeah, it's like in between the pillars at the edges of the summon hinge. Look at this. It's all sparkly now and like purple. Yeah. It's all new. I like that a lot. I love it. It's real neat. It's very cool that they put that.
Let's wish Evan good luck on the 11-year scrolls.
Thank you, guys.
Evan's been playing for a long time and he needs the good lucks for sure.
Still don't have a Veligul. Oh yeah, so actually that's what I should tell you guys too. The monsters I'm considering to get for my choose a nat 5 that I'm kind of aiming for. I don't expect to get anything now, if I'm being totally honest. I mean, I did literally just get Destiny, so it's like I don't need anything, right? But like, I want Veligul, I want Tetsuya, which is the Fire Megumi. I want either the Fire Twin Angels, the Water Twin Angels, Zibala, the Water Spectre Princess, like any of that stuff. A Federica would be sick.
All right. Out of the 7 units he just named, guys, quick vote in chat to give Evan some direction. I'm leaning towards the Angels or the Tetsuya.
Yeah, dude. This thing would be so sick. Also, you are a big fan of this variety, and I totally see why. I think that would be awesome. I could also be into these guys. They increase cooldown time. They give immunity. Like,
I feel like the fire ones are not the same without the water one. You know,
true.
Like, they work so well together that I feel like the fire is just not as good without the water.
Yeah.
So if it's a choice between fire or water, I feel like you have to pick the water one. But then now that I also know that you don't have Veligul, I also see why you're interested in the fire one as well, because it's another immunity option, you know. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to. Yeah, and then if you use it on Veligul, it feels kind of bad using it on like a 10-year-old unit, you know. So
it does. It does. Okay. Yeah, Veligul fits my playstyle too. Okay, let's see. Marina Mouse says that she has the Fire Megami but doesn't use it. So, dude, you should use it. It's really good. It's a very good unit. Okay, let's see what we got. No lightning.
Okay, we need to hit something here to make your decision a little easier.
Please. Please, game. Please hear my cry. Hear my cry. Give me one. Oh! Dupe Amber. Pause everything. Hold on. We're going to go feed that. Also, that's...
Destiny coming.
Here we go. Dupe Destiny coming. Dupe Destiny. Wait. Hold, chat. Hold. This is huge. We love dupes.
I was waiting to see you not have the essences to do it, bro. I was like,
that'd be so
huge.
funny.
He's got a 16.
Please don't give me the Destiny. Is there anything else? I don't think I want anything else. We get these. I'm a big believer in these now. This is how I got Destiny. So this is it. Okay, let's do the 10. Let's do the 10. Although I literally just got a nat 5, but okay. Let's go through the legends first or the LDs. Sure. What are we feeling? Are we feeling it? I'm feeling the LDs. Let's do the LDs.
All right, so go for it.
Let's do it. We got Crow.
Lightning, please.
Please, lightning. Game. Let's pause and do let's do a legendary scroll so the game remembers what lightning is.
Okay.
This is what lightning looks like, game. We want this.
True.
Okay.
Good idea. Oh.
Wait, what? Wait, do I not? Wait, I just realized I don't have the lightning turned on.
You see, but this is one of those moments that now your brain's like, oh, that would have been a Nikki, you know?
Oh my god, dude. Oh no. Oh my god. Also, wait, hold on. Let's go. I swear to you guys, I thought I had the 5-star summon animation on. I guess I don't.
You know, once upon a time, Evan, when I was summoning, I did a bunch. I think there's a gazillion mystical scrolls, right?
Yeah.
Then I switched to LDs. I go dry on LDs. I go back to mystics. First one I pop, Juno. Right?
Oh, see?
This is before 10 pulls were a thing. This is what you're doing. Like I was doing one at a time. Now then, before that again, and then went back to mysticals again. Got nothing. Went back to LDs. Got nothing. Stopped the LDs. Went to mysticals with like 5 LDs left. Got another Juno. Same summon session.
That's wild. That is
so those
crazy.
are my 2 Giannas gone forever.
That would make me very upset. Okay, I'm gonna do the LDs, but before I hit summon, Pat, do you want to tell folks about the Chicago meetup that's coming up?
Yes, guys. Next week, Chicago meetup is next week on Saturday, the 26th of April. So if you're in that Chicago area, Wisconsin area, Michigan area, anywhere in that area, not in that area, fly, come hang out. Childish and myself will be there. I'm trying to get, a lot of you older guys will remember, but I'm trying to get Fwa to come down because Fwa lives in Wisconsin. So I'm trying to get Fwa to show up.
That would be awesome.
Yep. We got a couple other guys like from the area, like Wuvane will be there. I believe Cern and them will be there. Ace, if you guys remember Ace will be there. Who else was there? Oh, I'm trying to get if you guys remember DJ Bizzle, he'll be he's gonna be in the area, so I'm gonna try and get him to come out as well. So if you guys have time, come check us out, come hang out. And as a side note, I know that a lot of the Come To Us meetups this last year or so have been a little bit down, and part of that is because of the no food situation. But due to a lot of pushing by me that loves food, there will be food again. So food is back, guys. So food will be provided. So make sure you guys come out for at least a free meal, if nothing else, guys. But come hang out. I'll be hosting the event with Childish, and we're planning to have a good time. And again, most importantly, there will be food again. So
everybody, thank Pat.
If you guys are in the area, please come out and hang out with us.
Thank Pat when you take a bite. That's perfect. Okay, yes, so I got a few more 10 years. Let's just pop these real quick while we got them. That's crazy that I've already gotten 2 Nat 5s in this summon session, actually. Okay, dude, my heart is kind of racing, to be honest with you.
This is it, Destiny. Where are you?
Where are you, Dupe Destiny?
White Destiny.
Come on, let's go. Game, remember anything. Oh my God. All right, last chance.
All right, last chance.
I can't even be mad, dude. I got 2 Nat 5s in this summon session. And
I mean, honestly, 2 Nat 5s and not a lot of scrolls is pretty good. That's not bad.
I actually got them. Dude, this is crazy because what are the odds you actually get an LD 4-star out of that? That's actually not too shabby. That was actually real cool.
Mean, my all attributes are never LD, so 4 nor 5. So
exactly.
That's a rare sight for me.
Yeah. Oh, and I just got the. Let me just go redeem this real fast. Let's go get the Lauren before we continue on. Let's do that. Wow.
Looks like an eagle.
Yeah. Good for her. Lauren needed an upgrade.
It's been a long time. I mean, like so long that skin. Like you said, it feels so old. Desperado.
Yeah. Desperado. Wow. I should tell Desperado. I should text Desperado after this.
First thing I thought of when I saw that.
Yeah, I should text him and be like, yo, dude, check this out.
Like, they thought of you. They thought of you, man.
Yeah. Also, okay, so there's one last thing that I want to cover. There's a lot in the update that came with the 11th anniversary. And the last thing that I feel like I was like truly the most excited about, guys, was the redesign on these monsters for like the 13 families they announced. It's going to be a constant effort by the devs that they said. This is the first run that released with the 11th anniversary, and then more will theoretically come towards the end of 2025, or at least that's kind of the timeline for now. Chat, what are your thoughts about the redesign? Pat, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really know about it, and then when I was watching a stream the other day, and I saw somebody drafting, and I was like, wow, that Juno in the little picture looks different. I'm like, am I going crazy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when I saw it in the actual match, I was like, oh man, I was like, this looks good. You know, like they really it's nice. It's nice to put, like, you know, on top of making skins and things like that, it's kind of nice to put a little more flavor back into the units. Because, not for nothing, the game is 11 years old. A lot of these models and pictures and portraits and stuff, they've become a little dated, you know what I mean? And they have become dated, and it's kind of refreshing to see a little bit of change like that. And honestly, a lot of them look pretty good, so I'm excited for more changes for it, for sure.
Me too. Oh, and Marina Mouse says, oh, for sure, I like them a lot, but I kind of wish the skill animations were updated. They were, actually. There are changes to the skill animations and also the camera angles for the crit animations. And what's really cool and noticeable for units like Ciara, I'm sure a lot of folks have already seen this, but they actually changed the way certain debuffs are presented too. So it's like, you see that bomb? That's not the usual bomb that, I'm used to the, very few polygon, bouncing all around like crazy, right? This is a new bomb. They also changed defense break, freeze, stun, and when they come out of stun, they have a cleanse effect. Now, it's a very cool presentation.
Yeah, I like it. I like a lot of them. They actually, like I said, it's refreshing to see, because some of the stuff, like I said, is kind of dated, and it's it kind of brings new life back to it. Because, to be fair, the game's 11 years old and things should be dated at this point, so it's nice that they're actually not forgetting that things are dated and they could actually, revitalize it a little bit by doing this. I think it's great.
I think so too, man. I love that they're going through making this change. I can't wait to see what they choose for the next ones too. And then let me show you the freeze as well. So you can see the base for freeze has...
Yes, so prettier.
It is, and there's steam coming off of it too. Very cool. And then let me just show you guys, one more thing. I wanted to show oh dude, Verd needed it big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really needed that, for real. Let me show you guys where is she? Let's just for the sake of argument, real quick, I wanted to show you guys the also that ching, the defense break. It's there's a very defined slice through a shield now. Very cool stuff. Yeah, it's very cool.
Angle right there.
Yeah, that's good stuff. It's pretty awesome. But okay, so I think that is most of the update. Pat, what are your thoughts on the 11th anniversary so far?
I mean, it's super exciting that you get especially a guy like me that's not missing too much, and a lot of players in that situation now too, where not missing too much, to be able to pick one that you're missing is absolutely fantastic. Or even if you're not an RTA guy and you're a straight siege player, you get to pick another overpowered siege dupe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things like that. So it's actually pretty huge that you could pick either a really good dupe for yourself that you need, or obviously a brand new monster. Nobody ever complained about that, So just that part alone already makes it great. I'm glad they didn't make the 10-year scrolls the end of those scrolls that you can get LDs from, because a lot of people, not me, but a lot of people found LD success in those 10-year anniversary scrolls. So it's good to see them back for the 11th year. This way people had missed out on some of them in the 10-year or didn't want to spend in the 10-year. Maybe they want to spend now. They have another chance to get those really amazing scrolls, because they do work for people. I've seen it before, Not on my end, but I've seen it, on other people's ends that, it works out great, So, I mean, it's, if you plan to spend, take advantage of the anniversary, guys. And, good luck to you guys on LD5, sorry.
100%. Oh, and so chat, real quick, if I could kind of divert topics for a second, I wanted to make an announcement, actually. We are reintroducing sort of something you may have seen back in the day, but it's coming back under a new name. We're doing the Summoners War Creator Clash, and that's going to be a brand new way for people to kind of get involved with Summoners War content creation. In fact, actually, Mitchell, could you bring up the screen? Oh, God bless you, Mitchell. So we got the Creator Clash. So this is going to be a return to form. What you basically do, if you want to participate, you can use command Creator Clash in Twitch chat, fill out that survey, and submit a video. All you have to do, submit on there. If you're chosen to participate in the Creator Clash, we will be showing off videos weekly, and then folks in chat will vote for who moves forward. You have the chance to win. If you're chosen to move forward and you get all the votes you need to continue down the path in this pseudo tournament, you stand to win some pretty cool rewards, including a full stream kit that features things like a green screen, a microphone, a camera, and more. In fact, Mitchell, we can go to the next one. I think we've got a reward screen on there. Thank you. Microphone, camera, lighting, green screen, and also if you continue streaming after the conclusion of the Creator Clash, you'll also get a stream deck to help up your stream setup as well. Let me show you the schedule for that, which is coming up next. So now video submissions are open starting April 16th. That's today. And they will continue being open through April 30th. Then on May 7th, we're gonna have the week 1 with our introduction stream. We've got May 14th, where you'll be submitting your favorite kind of content, whatever your brand is going to be. May 21st is going to be a highlight from your channel. And then of course, we'll have the final results on May 28th. So again, if you guys want to participate, just follow the instructions on the form that's attached to that Creator Clash command. Submit a video. It's a real short one, guys. It can be an introduction for you. It could be something you're proud of in the game or from an existing stream. And then we'll proceed as such, and folks will vote on which content they like the most. So try to make a great impression. Tell folks all about you. It's a real fun way to get involved with the community and get some really nice setup upgrades for your own personal streams. So I hope you guys want to participate. Should be real fun. Yeah, Pat, you've seen stuff like this before in the form of SW Idol and Streamer Henge too, right?
Yeah, 100%, guys. I mean, I know a lot of you have thought about it, trying to stream, thinking about being a streamer, thinking about, at least you play the game every day. It doesn't hurt to put your face on a camera and play it on screen for everybody, Excuse me. You don't have to be a top player. You don't have to be a great player. You just need a little bit of personality, guys. And basically, Come To Us is giving you this opportunity to win some, some nice streaming gear that would up your stream to the next level anyway. So why not take this advantage? Become a streamer, become an influencer, come on these trips, come to these events, meet people, get your name out there. I know, like I said, I know a lot of you have been thinking about it. It's not hard to do, guys. If I could turn a stream on, anybody in the universe can turn a stream on. So, if you need help with it, reach out to, your streamers, your content creators, your favorite influencers. They'll help you out. I'll help you out whatever I can to get you started, get you situated. And you never know, I think they're doing 3 winners. 1 winner is for English, 1 winner for Spanish, and 1 winner for Portuguese. So that's 3 sets of streaming gear going out to somebody. And all it takes to start it off is to make a video just introducing yourself a little bit. And Come To Us is looking for more influencers. And I hope you guys are looking forward to the opportunity to become an influencer and take advantage of these streams and these perks and just, keeping the community alive. Like at this point, I've been playing the game for 11 years. I started in 2014. I play this game strictly because of the community. I still play to this day. I've met some of my best friends, some lifelong friends through this game and through streaming and through being at these events, these meetups, things like that. So take advantage of the opportunity. It costs you nothing. Put yourself out there. You win the competition or whatever you want to call it. You get some free stream gear, and then you'll be the next influencer, guys. You'll be the next big streamer. So, utilize this opportunity because Come To Us is giving you a very good platform for it. And reach out to your fellow influencers and your favorite content creators, and we'll be able to help you guys out.
Yeah, Pat said it perfectly, guys. Seriously, if you have any desire to want to put yourself out there for like YouTube content, Twitch content, whatever you want to make, I encourage you to participate in this. It's a great platform to start because not only do you have a shot at getting the streamer kit at the end if you win, you also get featured on the platform here as we watch your videos live. So it's put in front of a bunch of eyes where maybe it wouldn't have before, which is great.
Oh.
Marina Mouse too says, okay, but if I become a content creator for Summoners War, do I get the LD5 rate up? Unfortunately,
yes,
that's a myth.
No, it's a yes, because the chat believes that some of these streamers, obviously not me, but some
obviously
of the
not me,
are Come To Us employees like Amadeus and and Scribble and guys like that. So yes, you will be a Come To Us employee if you stream. And you get the employee rates that you guys score.
Let's put the air quotes.
And then you will finally realize that the employee rates are fake news.
Yes.
But yes, stream so you can find out.
Exactly.
Amo's just really lucky, and he has no employee rates.
Yeah, if I have the employee rates, they're not all they're cracked up to be. Chat, this has been so much fun, you guys. I've had a blast. Pat, thank you for joining.
Let me throw one thing in real quick, Evan.
Please,
guys, if you have a chance, check out the Come To Us store. They're running a promo on the Zeratu figurine. It's basically a mini of the giant Rakans you've seen some of the content creators have. It's a little smaller, but it's Zeratu instead of Rakan. They're running a 25% off promotion on it, and if you order it now, early bird special, you get a free keychain and a mouse pad as well.
Oh.
And I think there's free shipping on it and things like that. And they're already all in the States, so shipping comes really quick on them, guys.
Oh,
so
actually,
if you haven't done so already, check out the Com2Us store.
If you want to see it, hold on, I have one. I have one here. Stand by. I actually have the Zeratul figure within
He's hiding
like,
it behind
a
the
few
game
steps.
screen.
So here, let me show.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
There she blows. Hold on one second.
You got to pick it up a little bit. I think it's a little too low.
Yeah,
you gotta hold it up. There you go.
There's my head for scale.
Right, so it's not as big as the Rakan, but it's still significant in size, guys. And it comes with a crazy pack as well, with a whole bunch of scrolls and things like that. And again, early bird special, it's on discount. And you also get a free keychain and mouse pad if you buy it early. So take advantage, guys. Like I said, they're in the States. You have to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks for shipping from overseas. They're already here in the States, so you get it really quick too now.
Yeah.
So check it out, guys.
It'll get to you fast. All right, y'all. Thank you so much again. Remember to use command meetup if you're interested in going to the Chicago meetup, which you should be. Thank you to Pat. Thank you to chat. We'll see y'all next time, okay?